just outside the 5 kilometres to go. As we can see, you know, the Ulrika Green Edge, they're going to, you know, continue on riding here and try and close it down, and they are going to come back to our 2 leaders, as we see again just closing down that final number of metres. But the chasing group here and the peloton coming up very quickly, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to hold on.
Very difficult indeed. This is back with the peloton, and under the 5 to go for them. Lars Bomb, I think, pushing on at the front here.
Back with Boom.
Back with the Boom, yeah, there's the 5K. 49 seconds, Sean. Well, if these guys mess about, that'll just disappear completely. They've got to keep going as De Gent drives on, flicks the elbow for Flescher to come through. The one speculative that Flescher doesn't want to do anything at all. He's just rolled through and off again, as Kosheshkin, Moreno and Stiegmans are taken back. And on the left-hand side of your screen, Omega Pharma Quick-Step immediately launch a counter-attack.
Yes, Tony Martin and Omega Quick-Step, you know, they want to keep this thing going. They know that the possibility of closing it down is there, and they have to, you know, keep the pace real high, because the advantage for R7 is still looking good.
It's looking good, Sean, but there's 3 men in this 7 here who are not soft tapping so much, but when they get into the sprint, oh, well done. Steve Cummings goes on the right-hand side of the road. Can he use his 4-kilometre pursuit ability to just get away at this point? That's a good move, and Cam Meyer knows it. He knows he can't let a man with the pedigree on the track and pursuing as strong as Steve Cummings get away. Smart move by Cummings, though. Everybody else was just beginning to soft tap at the back there, Sean.
Yes, well, everybody's starting to look at each other, and tactics, you know, they're all, you know, playing this game now. Who's going to ride? And as you said, there's a number of them wanting to get an easy ride along in the slipstream of the other ones, and you have to get out, because with the advantage they have at the moment, it's the thing to do. When they're not contributing well together, working well together, you have to try and go in the attack. And if you're feeling good, well, you know, just go for it. With 4 kilometres to go, it's the time to do it.
3 kilometres, 3 kilometres, and Cummings is in the groove at the moment. He's being chased hard by Cameron Meyer. Both of them are absolutely magnificent pursuiters, and you could see he's got a little bit of advantage, but they're beginning to come back. Fletcher is in the wheel. He's just got to get his head down and go, as Steve Cummings here. I think they're going to come back to him, these two. Those motorcycles are pretty handy for Cummings. Don't look behind, Steve. Keep going. If they're going to get to you, they're going to get to you. This is a drag race now, Sean.
Yes, we can see three groups on the road of our breakaway, and they're all just chasing each other here. And you know, there are a lot of looking here, as we can see. You know, the second group there with the 2 with Fletcher just going to make it across to Cummings, but the other 3 starting to look at each other. That's with Gerdeman, De Gent and Clark. 2
kilometres to go. Cummings has got to really bury himself now. He can't let the other 2 come back to him. There are 2 against, it's 2 against 1 basically. Fletcher and Cameron Meyer are the only 2 people who could track this down, and I don't think these men are going to reach them. As Todd Sato gets on the front, as he so often does, and starts to bury himself for Alberto Contador to keep him ahead here. Do they still think that they can get these guys back? Oh, Steve's doing a great job here, because Meyer is a terrific pursuiter, and he's got Fletcher with him. This could be the biggest win of Steve Cummings' life. He won a stage in the Vuelta Algarve last year, second in the Tour of Britain last year as well. But is he going to get caught before the line? It says 2 kilometres, but it's less than that now. Fletcher and Meyer work together. Or maybe not. Fletcher looks out and gets back in the slipstream again, does he? No, he's in front of Cam Meyer. Oh, they're inside the last kilometre. Steve Cummings, as it runs downhill just a little bit here. If Steve Cummings can maintain this sort of speed, I think he might have it. I don't think they're coming back to him at the moment. He's time trialing his way to the biggest win of his career. Steve Cummings is going to win a stage in the Vuelta a España. Britain is going to take a stage here, and Cummings thoroughly deserves this after a miserable season that's seen him out with injury, pushed into the Tour de France when perhaps he shouldn't have been, and suffered like a dog all the way through. It's no good Fletcher saying come through, he's not going to have it. Steve Cummings is going to take the victory here in the Vuelta a España for BMC and Great Britain, and boy, they are going to love that. That is the greatest win of his career on the road. Brilliant stuff. And he did it all alone, Sean. He attacked them and he just rode away.
Yes, a super strong performance there. It looked like that he was going to be pulled back just at the 2 kilometre to go mark, and you know, just really dug in, but was very, very strong. Real power there, because you know the two other they were just working together, reeling there, not able to pull him back. He was super strong in the final kilometres.
Well, it's all about the minor placings now, with Ben Swift riding here on the wheel of Ian Stannard, and the points are on offer here as well. But Degenkolb is close by. Degenkolb and Swift. Degenkolb comes past to take the points, and that is a show of his own strength. But my word, what a win for BMC's Steve Cummings. And I hope to goodness that gives him the confidence that he really, really deserves. It's like somebody has suddenly given him a big box of confidence. I'm not surprised he smiled, and his family back home on the wheel will be absolutely ecstatic. Congratulations from Alessandro Ballan, the former world champion, for Cummings. That's a great win. I'm personally really, really pleased to see that, because I've known Steve for a long time. And in the Tour de France, well, he was put in there after lots of injury earlier on in the year. And he's come good towards the end of the season, Sean, and that was a real proper time trial, pursuiter's performance, that was.
Yes, a super final couple of kilometres, and you know, he had the power. We could see there when he was away, and when Fletcher was away, we could see Cummings come across to him. You could see the way he was pedalling. He looked much more smooth, where Fletcher was having difficulty, you know, keeping the pedals turning. And from that point, I could see that he was in good shape. But amazing, you know, that final kilometre, 1500 metres, holding the two chasers off. A great performance and a real powerful ride.
And what quality chasers to hold off as well. Cameron Meyer, who again another 4 kilometre pursuit man, is a terrific rider, and Juan Antonio Fletcher, and the two of them working together on and off to try and bring back Steve Cummings, and they just couldn't do it, and he went away from them in the last kilometre. That is a magnificent victory. Steve Cummings, I will raise a glass to you this evening. Well done, sir. Finally pulls off the big one. And a really good way to do it as well. Well, he won't have much chance of doing that tomorrow, Sean, I wouldn't think. And here he is. He went at almost 4K completely, and that's perfect for him.
Congratulations, Stephen. Tell us, how was that 3 last kilometers?
Just full gas, very hard. Also, like, the whole day was hard, so yeah, always the wind in the head, and in the end I played it really well, and I had good legs. So
You planned that attack?
Well, for me to win, I have to win alone, because there was fast people in the group, and yeah, I just tried to wait for a good moment.
And you were looking behind to Fletcher and that. What did you think?
I'm gonna kill Fletcher.
Why?
No, I'm just joking. No, he's very strong, Fletcher, so all I could do in that situation was go 100%, so that was it.
Maybe the beautiful one victory for you in your career?
My best victory for sure. It's been a very difficult year, so I'm very happy.
For who is this victory?
Just my team, for always believing in me and supporting me, because it's been such a difficult year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It has indeed been a very difficult year. Well-deserved swig of Fanta. Well done, Steve Cummings. That's the the fort of San Felipe. Just emphasising what a stronghold of naval, it's a naval arsenal really, this area. Steve Cummings takes the win over Cam Meyer, Juan Antonio Fletcher, Simon Clark, Linus Gerdeman, Thomas de Gent, and then Degenkolb taking the points ahead of Alan Davis, Ben Swift and Lloyd Mondori. Again, Swift missing out on some of the points, but still going full gas at the end with Stannard leading him out. Well, the rest of it's reasonably